Hello everyone, thank you for checking out today's video. In this video we're going to be covering how to create service catalogs on ServiceNow. Now ServiceNow describes service catalogs as being able to create service catalogs that create your customers with self-service opportunities, customized portals where your customers can request catalog items such as service and product offerings. You can also standardize request fulfillments to ensure accuracy and availability of the items in those catalogs. Okay, so what you need to do is to create a new service catalog. There's a few different ways that you can do it, but if you head over to the All Applications menu and type in Service Catalogs, if you scroll down, there's an option for My Catalogs. So if you click on that, or you can go to Maintain Catalogs, probably brings you to the same thing, right? Yeah, you can do it from here as well. And then if you click on New, it's going to give you the option to go ahead and create that new catalog. I did create this one earlier, but I'll go ahead and walk you through all the steps to how to create that, and then how to also build out your the view of your service catalog once it's been created to make sure all the categories are on there and things like that. So once you click New, it's going to bring you over to a form that looks just like this. You're going to fill in the title of your service catalog, who's the manager, the description. You can set a catalog homepage if you want to. So a custom page to redirect to when a user clicks the catalog within the breadcrumb. So you can set that. You could also do a continue shopping page. But essentially, once you have all this set up, you could probably want to go ahead and save. And then from there, you want to go ahead and start adding in your categories. So for me, I just added in these three just very generic categories of some of the bigger tech giants, Microsoft, Google, and Meta. So this is kind of what the form is going to look like when you create that category. So you put in the title, it should already auto-populate the catalog that it's associated with. You can set a parent if you want to. You can set a location, a description, an image. So you can do all that good stuff. And then within that, then you need to go ahead and click on Edit so that you can go ahead and add in all of the different catalog items that are available so that you can add it to that associated category. So what you also need to do, though, before those catalog items would even show up on this view is if you go to one of those catalog items, you need to ensure that the catalogs that you have selected aren't just under Service Catalog or just Technical Service Catalog. You want to make sure that you're selecting the new catalog that you just created. So for me, mine's called YouTube Test Catalog. All right, so once you build out all your categories, like I said, you add in your associated catalog items. So those should be good to go. From there, you want to go ahead and add in a module. So you'll need to go ahead and add in a module somewhere so that you're able to get to it. So mine's just called YouTube Service Catalog. And if you want to add a module, you would just go, I'll just show you the one that I made. Okay, so this is my module. So I just called it YouTube Service Catalog. And then for link type, for visibility, you can restrict it if you only want certain people to have access to it. Excuse me. But for me, I just put link type. I put URL from arguments. And then if you go up in your URL, just pretty much you would follow kind of from here where the link starts. So it's kind of the suffix of the link all the way to the end of the link. Then once you have all that set and it's starting to appear in your All Applications menu, you can see mine right here. When I click on it, you're not going to have these options initially. So like Microsoft, Meta, my categories aren't going to show up right away. So what you need to do to go ahead and add your associated categories is you need to go ahead and click on this plus icon. And then from there, it should show your catalog categories. So for me, I only have 3. So there's 2 options when you select your category. You're going to have category details, and you're also going to have category items. Now, if you want the category to show up with all the associated items like mine does, you would need to go ahead and select category items. Then you just kind of select the placement of where you want it to be. You could do a side-by-side, you could do a single row, you kind of just choose where you want it to be. Okay, and then after that, then your service catalog has been built. And then you have like a search option here in case there's a lot of different catalog items on there so the user could find what they're looking for. Now, an example of why I created a separate service catalog at my work is, let me go ahead and just bring up the out-of-the-box one that ServiceNow has. Okay, so ServiceNow has 8 different categories, at least on this view. And within each category, you see there's going to be a handful of catalog items associated with that category. Now, for me, I work in the public sector, so we have multiple departments that we deal with. So we have lots of different departments, and each department has multiple categories. So you can see 8 is not that many, but for us, we have like 30 or if not more categories. So it's very difficult for users to find what they're looking for because there's so many different categories. Now you could set up subcategories as well, but it's still going to get a little bit messy. So I actually was working with the asset team, our asset management team, and they wanted to create a series of service catalogs for users to be able to request licenses for like Adobe, Microsoft, Canva, different software applications that we're entitled to where users could go in and request it. Now, I didn't want to add 12 or 13 more catalog items to an already very busy service catalog. So what I did is I created a software catalog, and within that I had different options. Like I had Microsoft, Adobe, other, and then I added all the service catalogs on there. So users could just pretty much go over to the software catalog and they could do everything that they need to do as far as their licensing, and it's very isolated. Now you don't want to get crazy and start creating catalogs for everything, because that's kind of what categories are for, obviously. But for us, because it's already so crowded and there was going to be 12 to 13 catalog items starting, it didn't make sense for me to just go in and start adding subcategories under software, and it would be very difficult for users to find what they're looking for. All right, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. In the next one, I will be covering how to create new categories for your service catalog on ServiceNow. I know we covered it loosely in this episode, but the next one I'll go into a little bit more depth. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode very soon.